Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to another episode of Kevin Plays LOTRO. Today we are going to Dol Amroth to continue questing in the Epic Quest storyline of the Song of Waves and Wind. And we're going to continue on to chapter 2.12. And we're also going to turn our quest to Drakes of Belfalas. So let's get to questing. So if you happen to like the video, feel free to hit that like, subscribe, bell notification. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. And let me check my map. Let me check the map. We are here. No, we have the roads that way. So the road is this way somewhere. There we go. I don't know where the road's at. Oh, wait. When in doubt, look at the mini-map. There we go. Alright. And... yeah, we have to go around. Alright. So we shall go around. I don't think we could get through. I don't know. Anyway. We'll go around. We'll head over to Dol Amroth. And see what they have for us over there. Yep, last time we were in... how do you pronounce that place? LOTRO? I know I butchered that name. Which is basically, used to be a harbor, but the elves turned it into a garden. And we helped them out clearing weaves and planting seeds. Alright. Yeah, we want to make a right. And you may hear a little background noise. The wife is watching TV. The birds were chirping earlier, but I think they've calmed down now. So it should be relatively quiet, I guess. We shall see on playback. And there it is, Dol Amroth right ahead of us. Yep, what a beautiful game. Very beautiful game. You know, even though the engine is old, it's an old engine, SSG does try its best to keep the graphics updated. Even though, you know, you have newer games out there now that, ooh, where does this go? Where does this go? Oh, there might be a cave. Let's go down this way. Let's see what this way is. Let's see where this goes. Oh, you can see the harbor there. And this takes you to the side of Dol Amroth. Ah, here's the cave. Here's the cave. Yes, I remember. Oh, we can't get in there? They won't let us in there. But yeah, when we were doing the regular Gondorian quest, there was a cave with quests in here. Before it became Gondor renewed. But they won't let us in here. Okay. Unless there's a vector crest that allows us in here. Interesting. Okay. Cool. And oh, look at that, the Corsair ship. There's a Corsair ship right there. Yes, I think this is outside of Gondor Renewed. I think this is the old Gondor when they were under attack. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Well, let's see. We'll go back and head into Dol Amroth. We'll head into Dol Amroth and the regular way and see what happens. Sometimes in LOTRO, you gotta go off the beaten path and discover new things. Okay, so we want to travel to the western entrance, south of Dol Amroth, okay? And speak to Arbiteric. Where's Arbiteric at? Oh, Arbiteric in there. We'll go here. We'll go there first, and then we'll talk to Arbiteric later. Okay. Yeah, and then we're gonna go. We're not gonna go through that entrance. We're gonna go through the other. Ooh, hold on. Wrong way. Wrong way. There we go. Not this entrance. We're gonna go through the western entrance. Yep, I remember Dol Amroth doing these dailies years ago when this first came out. Yeah, we were doing dailies to get out the new Essence armor. You know, it's when they first created the armor where you could put essences. You know, they made essence slots, right? And so you put essences in the armor to make them more powerful and whatnot, to up the stats. And so these essence armors had like 5 essence slots for each piece. Swan Knight Rosarian waves you to him. Rosaran. Yes.
Let us go to speak with Prince Imrahil, my friend.
I will bring us by the quickest way. After all, I spent many years in service to the city, okay?
It is good to see cheer restored to the Palace of the Swan. When last I was here, the mood was grim.
Alright. So who's all here? Yep. Everyone's here. Prince Imrahil. Okay. He runs Dol Amroth. Alright. Many of the Prince's court and the greatest part of the Swan Knights went with Imrahil to Minas Tirith for the waging of the war, but his daughter LOTRO managed the rule of the city while he was away. That Dol Amroth still stands as a testament to her ability and tells me she has learned much from her father. Okay.
I introduce to the court King Elisar and Queen Arwen and their loyal companions.
I bid you welcome to Dol Amroth and the Palace of the Swan. My daughter and her friends were just leaving.
Is this a poor time? I hope we bring no interruption.
Oh, none at all, my king. Dorthaneth was a help to me when I ruled Dol Amroth while my father was away. She was a dear friend, and remains so. I cherish her visits, but this one was just ending. I pray you will stay a little longer, leader of the Arboretum. I had hoped to speak with you as well. My folk expect my return. I should not keep them waiting.
The Queen asks you to stay. Surely you can heed her wish?
If you would come here, please.
Just one moment, the Queen says to you seriously, retrieving a finely crafted bowl and a glass jar from the recesses of her cloak. She removes the cork stopper from the mouth of the jar and slowly pours the crystal clear water contained within into the bowl, spilling not a drop. Will you set this down on the floor just there, she asks you. Okay.
I do not understand what this means, my queen.
This is water from the river Gilrine, which flows out of the White Mountains. You know this water, Dorthaneth, for you drowsed long beside it and came to sorrow. What does she mean?
This cruelty is unbecoming of you, Queen of Gondor.
I seek not to be cruel. But there are two hearts to be mended here, not just one. Will you not do your part, Nimrodel?
I have not answered to that name in many years.
Maybe so, but there is one here who remembers it.
Let's take a look around here. This hall is so cold, but the queen wants me to speak, so I shall speak. Long ago and for always I dwelt within and beside the river Gilrain, and my music was the song of sunlight on the water and of wind in the leaves. But it was a lonely song, for my sisters had gone away, and I did not think I would see them again. Animals came to the stream to drink and birds to bathe, but except for such creatures I was alone and felt the pain of it, until one day an elf maid tarried by the river as she journeyed southward from a distant land. She was more beautiful and radiant than anyone I had ever seen. I sang to her and she delighted in my song, for it reminded her of home. She danced beside my stream, and I was so gladdened by her presence that the music I made held more enchantment than ever it had before. She slept on the bank of Gilrain, comfortable and safe, and I was no longer alone. I dreamt that once she awoke she would fashion a home for herself in my wood, and I would teach her my song and she would call me sister. She would have children of her own, elf children of merry eyes and high voices, and I would show them the flower fields and the secret springs, and they would fashion brightly colored petal crowns to wear, and their mother would delight in them. It was a happy dream, but it lasted too long, and when she at last awoke, many seasons had passed. The elf ship that waited in distant harbor for her to arrive could wait no longer. With selfish hands, I stole that life from her, and I grieve every day at the sorrow I caused her. I did not intend such sadness to befall, and I would take it back if I could. And yet it is my doing, and the guilt weighs heavily upon every moment.
I do not expect you to forgive me, Nimrodel. But the Queen wanted me to speak to you of my sorrow. I think that is not cruelty.
Hold on, everyone.
Mic off. Mic on.
I know what cruelty is, maiden of the Gilrain. The world is cruel and has always been. Can you know my story and say it is not so? Amroth was a king among elves, but to me he was more. He was my love and the brightest star of my night sky. We must depart, Nimrodel, he said to me, for the doors have awoken terrible evil, and if we stay it will endanger our folk too. And I believed his words. I believe them still, for I know what befell in the centuries since, as he cannot. Amroth went ahead to make ready the ship. I traveled with a small company to join him at the distant harbor, but the passage of the mountains was hard. The high crags filled me with unease. The rocky way troubled my heart. When at last we descended to the lowlands, I danced in the woods and became separated from my folk. So grateful was I to leave the mountains behind. The sound of the river Gilrain was beautiful, and its music had magic in it. And whatever else befell, I can still remember how it was, and I know that I loved it. I slept in peace for too long, and by the time I awoke, a fell wind had come from the north and driven my love's ship from the shore, never to return. It is said Amroth left from the ship and braved the waves that he might wait for me. But never again was he seen by elf or by man, though I walked the shore for uncounted days and innumerable nights. I dwelt in sorrow from that day forth, never far from the bay, where I lost my love, and I have worn this mourning veil for so long I cannot remember the sight of the sun without it. I have held my grief close, but so too has it held me. Until now I believe the weight of those heavy chains was only mine to carry. I did not know you sorrow too, maiden of the Gilrain. It was not for you to feel this way. Do not burden yourself with the grief that is mine. I spoke of cruelty. The greatest cruelty is that this sadness must snare more than one heart, and for so many years.
I did not know. There is much sadness in the world, maiden of the Gilrain. But there is beauty, too. I do forgive you, roaming star, for your part in what befell. But know that of blame, yours was never the greatest share.
And so concludes my queen's greatest purpose in this journey, Floresita. She desired to ease Romy Star's burden, and I believe we would need to visit the cave of the Avorum to make the attempt. Oh, maybe that's the cave where we couldn't get into before. But we were fortunate that Nimrodel was here in the Palace of the Swan, and now we have saved some time. I said Arwen's purpose on this journey was ended, but of course mine is only beginning. We must speak with Prince Imrahil about the continued presence of the Corsairs that threaten Gondor's shorelines, and also about the rise of the kindred of the Coins in Umbar across the Bay of Belfalas. But we have already achieved some good today, for Romistar and Nimrodel each deserve the peace and the happiness that their sorrow stole from them. I hope we have helped lighten their burdens today. I think we have. Okay.
These are truly days of wonder.
I have seen many surprising things in my life, Floresita, but never did I expect such figures as these to step from the mist of legend into my hall. These are truly days of wonder. I have some matters to discuss with King Alesser, but I am pleased you accompanied him to Dol Amroth. I have heard your name recently, and I need you to deal with something personally. Okay. Ooh, what is this? Okay.
Just a few days ago, the City Watch apprehended a man lurking outside the city.
He was dressed as one of the Corsairs of Umbar and made no apology for it. But when he named you as a friend, the watch was forced to let him go. I might have commanded otherwise, but the guards had to make a decision and they made it. Holding prisoner a friend of the hero Floresita, they did not wish to make a mistake such as that. I have had them keep a wary eye on this man ever since, just to ensure he causes no disturbance in Dol Amroth. But perhaps it would be best if you speak to him and learn his intentions here. Find Baradur, the leader of the watch, and ask him for the latest report on this Jajax's whereabouts and behavior. Yes, we know who Jajax is. Baradur will be southeast of the Palace of the Swan at the bottom of the steps. Yep. Yeah, so Jajax, if you were doing the Gondor storyline from before, you would meet Jajax, I believe. Okay, so we shall do that. And then we will talk to Lorthriel.
While you are here in the city, I would ask of you some assistance with a rather delicate matter.
You see, when I was at the king's wedding this past summer, I happened to hear a tale of the Rohan Lord Eomer. This naturally made me quite curious about the Rohirrim. I wonder if you might do me the favor of speaking with Nossoth and Neramil in the library of Saphazir. Ask them to show you everything that might be relevant about Rohan and its leaders. Do not tell them it is I who asks. We do not need to start tongues wagging for no reason. Okay.
Though my father has returned to the governance of Dol Amroth, I am still much involved in seeing to the city's many duties and tasks.
One of these tasks is receiving daily reports from our Swan Knights who patrol the countryside. A recent report on the state of Hashadir has given me cause for concern. I ask that you speak with Captain Bartorek, who we have another quest to speak with him, about what they found there. I think you could be of help. You will find Bartorek near the Swan Knights Keep, probably seeing to the training of their fellow soldiers, okay? Oh, I gotta turn back the names. And okay. Talk to Neramil, talk to Nossoth. Where are they at? In the library. Okay. Of Saphazir. Okay. We shall do that. Nobody else to talk to here. Alright, let's go. Alrighty. So we'll follow the quest tracker. Ooh, it's dusk. Get that. Alright. Well, let's take the horsey.
You have just missed the report from one of my guards concerning this man.
If you hurry, you might catch up to the pair of them. Look for Tholion to the east and beyond the market stalls, where he said this Jajax lingered. Okay. There's a quest ring here. Interior quest. Is this the library? Yes, library. So we'll talk to these two people. Okay. There's one.
Good day to you. You wish to learn about the geography and history of Rohan?
Well, the princess or whoever did does, but I guess we'll be her messenger. Yeah, we have few books that will tell you tales of those fields of green, as theirs is an oral history. Were you to find anything, it would be on the second floor, southern end of the building. Okay. Oh Lord. The other person is on the lower floor. There she is.
Greetings. You come seeking books on Rohan's lords and ladies?
We have few, if any, I am afraid. What you find may be recorded in conversations about treaties and trade between our two countries. You will find them upstairs in the section on affairs of state, southern portion of the building. Alright. Alright, so we had to talk to two people. Oh. Alright. Now we have to get back upstairs. Alright. Alright, we have to go that way. Find the guard keeping an eye on Jajax. We will do that. Oh, there he is. Sheepishly.
He was right here. I don't know how he gave me the slip.
What if you check in the courtyard to the north? Perhaps Linder saw which way he went. Captain Buriadur's not going to be happy about this. Alright. There he is.
I am at a loss.
We watched this fellow from a goodly distance for the better part of 3 hours, and he made no suspicious movements or gave any sign that he knew he was observed, and then in a snap he just vanished. Are we certain he is a reformed Corsair and not some irksome water spirit instead? Knowing what you know of Jajax, you hesitate to describe him as reformed. Instead, you commiserate with Linder about having lost him. Aye, it is to be hoped Captain Baradur will not be too cross with us. I will go to him now with the hope, no, the certainty that we will find this Jajax again before he causes any serious trouble. Follow the sound of unusual gull call down the street to the east. Oh, hold on, but there's what's this quest?
Excuse me, I couldn't help but hear that you're going to Hotterdin.
What? I never. Oh, maybe. Oh, pardon me. Where are my manners? I'm Nella Gwyn, but you can call me Nella, and I really need your help. The thing is, I went wandering down to Hashadir a few days ago without knowing it'd be infested with rats. I was horribly surprised when a group of them swarmed me. Terrifying wave of fur and fleas, and I lost my footing. In doing so, I also seem to have dropped the waystone that I was using to navigate my way around. That waystone belonged to my well, a very long ago ancestor, and it's been passed down in my family for generations. I came here to ask for help getting it back, but as soon as the word rats was mentioned, everyone turned their backs on me. Please, I beg you, if you're going to Hashadir, can you look for my waystone? I need to return it to its safe box before Mother finds out that it's missing. Sure. Poor kid. Alright. Oh, yeah, and then we have some quests to turn in here. Let's see, let's do the Drakes.
You battled against Drake. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, given the stories I've heard of you.
Still, that is impressive. I had begun hearing reports of their presence, but had yet to determine how to handle them. Well, thank you for making my life that much easier. Ha! Alright. Scurrying scamps.
You say the Lady Lothian sent you. I'm not sure if this means she trusts you or she wishes to punish you.
The knight chuckles slightly to himself. Oh, it's nothing so bad. You just might not be the most it just might not be the most enjoyable of tasks. You see, we were successful in driving the invaders and Corsairs out of Hashadir, but while they fled, they left behind a most undesirable surprise. Rats. Rats of the most unusual size, even. Who knew rats could grow so large? In any case, our task here in Dol Amroth kept us from cleaning them out. But if you are willing to do so, there is a reward. Okay, we'll do that. So that's what the kid overheard, basically.
Southeast of the city of Dol Amroth are the ruins of Amroth.
Alright, and Os Amadul has worms. Alright. Alright, we shall do that. Let's see what's up with the champion trainer.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Yeah, this is these are all lower level stuff. Low level stuff. I don't know why. Interesting. All right.
How may I help you, friend?
Okay, that's it. I don't know why they put a champion trainer here, but okay. Alrighty. Alright. Follow the sound. Yeah, this way. There we go, there he is. Those guards are fortunate I chose to do no more than merely embarrass them. I could have slain them very easily if I wanted, but you are a friend, so they can live for today. To think you believed our paths would never cross again, Floresita, it seemed you have the pleasure of entering my story at least once more. Alright. Oh, we got a tracery. Oh, and then when we also got that thingamabobber. Hold on. Yeah, this guy. Band of Cory shells. Let me see. Very agility, might. Okay. Well. Lowers my might, but ups the vitality a whole bunch. Parry rating. I don't know. Vitality. See, I don't. I'm gonna hold on what I have, cause even though it increases my vitality, I give up. If I wanted to replace like the green one, the Bracer of Apprentices, I'd have to give up critical rating and evade rating. Nah. I'll just hold on to this. I'll just hold on. Okay. Ooh, and I get a bow though. Let me see. Common damage versus Westernist damage. Oh, it's better. That's pretty good. Which one's this one? Common damage, 1%. Critical. Yeah, so I gotta go with this one. You know, there is a physical mastery rating. I don't know. I think I'll take this one. I don't know the whole. Let me see. I don't know the whole formula between how much might goes into physical mastery and all that stuff. This is agility and vitality. I don't know. Okay, well, anyway, I'll accept. Let me see. Much has happened to me since I saw you last. Do you want to hear my adventure? Sure. Let's hear his story. My brother Daxamat and I believed we were done with Gondor when we bid you farewell, Floresita. I thought we would return briefly home to Umbar, and after finding a new ship and a new crew, we would set sail once again in search of treasure. It was not a fine plan, but well, that is the story, is it not?
My brother Dax and I returned at last to Umbar Alben, the city of sails.
So now we're a Corsair. Look at that. Woo! Such a handsome guy. Look at that. Yeah. Big and burly. Yes, alrighty. And I still have my same skill, so that's alright. It's all good, alrighty. Ah, it is good to be home. The sea breeze welcomes us back to Umbar. My name may be spoken of all across the world already, but it will mean a little more to hear it spoken in the streets of our city. No doubt my exploits will earn us a tankard or two of ale in the Crab and Cutlass, or in the teeming Net Tavern. You were always partial to the hungry deep, weren't you, Dax? But we have work to do. The drinking will have to wait, but just a little while, alright? Something about the city is different. Dax, do you feel it too? There are too many guards here. The Haradrim of Ordax seem to be gone, but in their place the guardsmen appear more vigilant. What has happened to my city of sails? I do not like this. Someone must answer for it, and they will answer to Jajax. Okay. Dax, I haven't seen you in an age. I thought you perished in the war, but you must have escaped that fate somehow. I take it some portion of your brother's good fortune must have transferred to you. We could have used some of that here. Were you in battle? I heard the Corsairs who followed Balakor were slain by an army of dead men, and that they were led by the hated warrior Thorngale, who despised the Umbari so much he returned to life that he may slay even more. But that cannot be so. Still, there have been strange occurrences here in recent days, ever since the great earthquake that collapsed the temple of the All-Seeing. People say he is dead, if such a thing is possible. But the empire of Orgdath did not stand long against the uprising, and when the fighting ended, the kindred of the coins announced that neither Sauron nor Orgdath would rule again in Umbar. The kindred claimed they have ushered in a new age, but for people like you, me, Dax, and like your brother, I do not know if they mean it. The goals are full of thieves and corsairs alike. No opponent of the kindred lives long after voicing it. If they learn that you sailed with any heir of Castamere, ... Oh, it's that dwarf. It's that dwarf. What is your name? Daxamat? Koltek nods idly, but behind his eyes you sense that he is paying very close attention to your face and filing away your name for later consideration. Some there are who lead, and some there are who follow. Even the kindred of the coins is subject to this rule, my new friend. Azagath, the sea shadow, prides himself on leading. He does so with aplomb. Rothog, the storm, carries out the wishes of those who give the commands, and they are made stronger with every swing of his mighty fist and every bite of his sharp teeth. Ask the heirs of Castamere who attended the half-troll's last bout before the sea stone mutiny about those teeth. Koltek grins. A private joke, Daxamat. But heed these words, for they are also true. The wisest of all is he who knows when to lead and when to follow. The wisest is he who knows when to speak and when to listen. Which are you, my new friend, and who do you follow? The heirs of Castamere, or perhaps the Church of the All-Seeing, this city has many foes, and sometimes they require some rooting out. The uprising in Umbar was thorough, but Azagath has mused aloud that he sometimes wondered if it was thorough enough. Yeah, I think we met these two in the last update in Gondor Renewed. Let's see. You have to go, Dax, before Koltek remembers you are here. Quietly, through the northern exit. Dax, this place is no longer safe for us. This Kindred of the Coins intends to imprison or put to death any freebooter and pirate that does not sail in support of them. There's no time. We have to leave the city. Quickly, back to the ship. Okay. It was...
Orwick alone allowed us to escape. But if good fortune permitted it, ill fortune was soon to follow.
A sudden storm rose up and swamped the boat, and when at last I came to shore, it was back to Gondor. I had been delivered. Of Dax there was no sign. I am certain my brother lives, for he has survived much worse than that, sturdy crab that he is. You tell Jajax that Prince Imrahil and King Alester should be told of the situation he encountered in Umbar, and the Corsair tilts his head, weighing your suggestion against the potential for reward. It is good to be owed favors and coin by kings and princes, Florisita. I accept your offer. I have not been the guest of a royal court such as this before. Well, not an invited one anyway. Alright, let's talk to Prince Imrahil. Alright, let's go back. That's important. Let's do that. No, I don't want the king's pony. Jeez. But keep out an eye for quest rings. Whee! Jeez, this brings back memories. This city brings back memories. Alright, let's do the Gondor reading first.
Ah, it appears you managed to find me some books. I admit that my curiosity has been piqued, and I wonder if you would do me the favor of seeking out more tales about Lord Eomer.
There is no real reason, of course, aside from my curiosity and love for stories of the heroes of our time. Slight flush creeps into her cheeks. As she smiles at some private thought. Here, take this coin and use it to entice the bards of Harper's Court for stories of the Rohirrim. Tell no one that it is I who asked. Please, can I trust you with this, Florisita? Okay, sure. Alright. Let's talk to Prince Imrahil.
I said to keep an eye on him, not to bring him to my court.
Why should I trust the things he says of Umbar or the kindred of the coins? How do we know he is not one of them? Why should I trust one of the Corsairs who so troubled our coast during the war, and who continues to do so even now? Have you taken leave of your senses? Alright. I think I want this one.
Evil tidings have come to Dol Amroth from the coastline of Belfalas.
Tidings that harden my heart against such men as this Jajax. But you need not hear of them from me. Speak instead to Captain Merrill, for he left Outer Gondor just days ago, afoot and without ship. Tell Florisita why this was your manner of travel, Captain.
If you command me to speak, my prince, I will. But the pain is fresh.
And the losses I suffered there will haunt me to the end of my days. I came afoot because my ship, the Afroval, was burned off the coast of Belfalas by Corsairs of Umbar just days ago. Some of my crew survived and made the journey back to Dol Amroth overland with me, but too many good sailors died to fire and water and Corsair blade. I demand to know why you now host in this palace one of the monsters who set my ship aflame.
You could tell this sleepy old sailor that I was not involved with the burning of his precious ship.
And my proof is that he still lives. If I had been there, he and his crew would have been spared. ... Jajax grins. Aye, they would have been spared. Spared the walk back to the city. Tell him this too. I did not burn his ship. If he gets another, he would be wise to steer it far from Jajax in the future.
Silence!
I will
allow no fighting in the palace of the Swan.
King Alesser, these tidings of Belfalas make it clear to me that you should take a change in the plan we discussed. If the Corsairs of Umbar remain active along the coast of Langstrand, it is too dangerous for you to continue that way. Instead, you should make preparations to return to Minas Tirith. I will allocate a number of Swan Knights to attend you on the journey if you so desire. He's not going to do that.
I value your words, Prince Imrahil. I cannot heed the warning they contain.
The suffering of Belfalas makes it a more necessary destination for me, not a lesser one. I will see the state of things in Outer Gondor with my own eyes, and I will aid the people there as best I can, despite the danger or perhaps because of it.
The prince wants to know where I am going. That is my own concern.
Being his guest has already grown tiresome. Farewell, fair Florisita. Perhaps I will see you again, perhaps not. Let's see what King Alesser has to say.
I will not change my plan. I will go to see the state of things in Belfalas.
Watch that one carefully if your paths cross again.
He may not have been responsible for the burning of the Afroval, Florisita, but I think it need not matter. How many good men do you think he has slain during his life as a Corsair? Whether he fights on behalf of the heirs of Casimir or the kindred of the coins or for himself, does it really matter to the men whose lives he takes or whose ships he burns? Watch that one carefully if your paths cross again.
If If I cannot convince the king not to travel to Belfalas while it remains threatened...
By Corsairs of Unknown Loyalties, my king, I beg that you will consider delaying long enough to prepare for the journey. The storehouses and armories of Dol Amroth are yours to make use of as you will. Take the time to prepare, for I will not have it said that I sent you on the outer feast without adequate supplies or warning. Okay.
I understand Prince Imrahil's concerns. Let this, then, be the compromise.
I will remain for a few days' time in Dol Amroth preparing to travel to Belfalas, but some of the company will instead journey north to the Blackroot Vale. The people there and their lord Dune here lost much in the defense of Gondor. After the folk of the Vale have had some of their needs met and their concerns heard, the smaller group will rejoin the larger traveling party outside Belfalas, and we will together visit the Langstrad. Will you go to the Blackroot Vale, Floricita? With you I send Legolas, Gimli, and my scribe K-Bear. There are 2 roads by which you may reach the Vale, but I leave to you the choice of which to take. The shorter but more dangerous route through Tarling's Crown, or the longer but safer road through Lamedon to the east, through Calambel, Loth Global, and Dinadab, which we already been to. Whichever road you choose, your destination will easily be seen from afar. The hill of Eric towers above the Blackroot Vale. Okay. So defeat enemies. Or do that. Okay. We might do that. Okay. But we'll do that later. Okay. So now the king already wants us to go on. But we're going to quest further in Dol Amroth first. But we will do that in the next video. So we will call this quits for now. So thank you all for watching. If you happen to like the video, feel free to hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. And next time we will continue questing in Dol Amroth. Thank you all for watching and take care.